Hello, my name is Father Michael Fye. I'm the pastor here at St. Anne Catholic Church. We are here to radiate Jesus Christ and provide a home for generations. And so we want to welcome all our parishioners coming back for the holidays or any other masses you might be joining us for, especially our visitors. While our main concern is the worship of God, we also want to be as safe and healthy as possible. And so we're going to go through some of the precautions we're going to take to protect against the virus. Whenever you enter the church grounds, you can park wherever you can, but then make your way on through the side entrance, which is over here. That's the one and main entrance to enter through this year. This is the side entrance door. Before you go in, please grab a bulletin and any other handouts that are here, and then you can walk in through this door. When you come into the church, we have a lot of open pews. We are trying to limit it to a 50% capacity, and so to that effect, every other pew has one of these signs. And so if you see this sign on the pew, please do not sit anywhere in that pew. For the pews that are available, we want to try to keep some basic distancing. So in the central pews, and I'm in one of these central pews, you'll see that there's a main section here, and then there's a main section here. And so the idea is we want to try to keep individual households in these sections. You can understand if some families might have 4, 5, 6 or more people, then they might need the whole pew, and that's okay. We also have the side pews, which are much smaller, and so an individual family or household could sit in one of the every other pew. And of course, just for spacing reasons, if you're an individual who doesn't have anyone else coming with you in your own household perhaps, then I'd ask perhaps maybe to sit in one of the side aisles or side pews, because that's just a more efficient use of the space. Beyond distancing, one of the main precautions we're taking against the virus are masks. And so just as in many places, it is required inside the church. So please make sure you're wearing your mask before you even enter into the church, unless of course you have legitimate medical reasons not to. Please make sure it's covering your nose and your mouth, and please leave it on the entire Mass. Even walking up in the communion line, walking away from communion, please leave the mask on. When it comes to receiving communion, then the preference is that you would receive Jesus on the hand and then immediately put Jesus in your mouth, removing the mask and putting it back on. Here at St. Anne's, we've decided not to use a reservation system, which means it's first come, first serve. I recommend coming early to church and getting a good parking spot as well as a good seat, but there's no reservations. Anytime, if we do meet our capacity, as it were, we're actually then going to have in our Breen Hall in the Family Life Center an overflow space. So that'll be the large space. We'll have a Mass live streamed to Breen Hall. So please understand that if we're too full, we'll just have to ask you to go sit in Breen Hall, which I know maybe might disappoint some people, but we need to do it if we're going to maintain any kind of distancing inside the church. When you do come, you'll pray with us the St. Anne prayer we created at the end of our main Masses. If you'd like to take one home with you, we do have a beautiful image of St. Anne and Mary here, and there's both Spanish and English holy cards you can take home, so you can pray with us at home throughout this coming year. I cannot forget to mention the fact that in the year 2021, we're actually celebrating St. Anne's Church and School Centennial celebration. We have a year packed full of ideas and events. Obviously COVID, we're learning to wrestle with that, but I think we're going to be able to pull off some wonderful celebrations. So if you'd like to be in the know about that, please make sure to attend our Sunday's church services, pick up our bulletin, subscribe to our Flock Note emails, check out our website, and even some of the local newspapers, because there's a lot of great things we can celebrate. We've been worshiping here, serving here, and educating here for 100 years, and it's an exciting time to be a member of St. Anne's Parish.